the HLE, a lot of threat onto DRX's backline. I think significantly more so than in reverse, but there is that Aurora. We'll have to see what Rascal can do in this top lane matchup. I don't think DRX are in too much trouble with how the draft has panned out.
But he can fall into troubles in the lane, see whether Rascal can capitalize. Let's jump into the Rift playoffs. Rascal is standing on a ward, ladies and gentlemen.
He might end up just dying.
He could potentially be dead, but he's not dead right now, as Delight comes on over and says he is going to be dead. His flash is still up, but first blood goes to Zeka. Delight is standing still.
You know, obviously with the nerfs to lane swap, it's not as advantageous as it used to be, but if you catch a team off guard, you can be super punishing, and that's kind of the impact
backs, as oftentimes there are jungle top laners that do want to try and pick up this wave. They can sneak in there, can be an opportunity. This time it's going to be a teleport used, and now Delight and Viper still sticking around, might be able to capitalize. Only level 2 here for Rascal, who does look to try and get a kill back, and he will be successful. Doran has to flash to avoid dying. That's best possible scenario. Swifty's rushed very, very quickly on the Jhin. Not something he's opted in for this time around, wants the extra damage.
More expensive now, though.
That is very, very true.
So before, if you had 900 gold, you get pickaxe or 50s. It's now 1,000.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a difference maker.
Well, Doran is going to find a stun onto Sponge. Peanut with the cease and assist does come on through. Flash out, Arctic Assault with the flash after, and the ulti comes through from Rascal, unable to save the boar and the lady. And Vi is going to be able to pick that one up. Nice work there, Peanut, and he's on the board now as well.
He doesn't have ult, but he's just picked up Sundered Sky, and
he just flashes on top of him and makes sure he stuns up the Sejuani. Sponge in so much trouble. Humble Life Esports, this was hectically decisive. Doran's going to pick it up with a shuriken, and they're going to go for 6 grubs on top of it.
Love the confidence from Zekis.
That would be fantastic if Sponge could get his hand on quite a few of those, but Leona as well would be unkillable. They can stack this one up. A lot of power in the mountain just in general, and I actually think that I often talk about tanks when the mountain is revealed, but it does so much for champions like Vi, as you're gonna have to hold that thought. Slicing Maelstrom does come in here as Rascal in a bit of trouble, was tanking up the turret for a bit, but they swap that over to Sponge. He is going to be able to lock down that kill.
The light goes the blood song, the bloodthirsty support.
Oh, I love that.
He knows he's going to be tanky, right? He's a Leona. He's like, I want to do more damage.
Yeah, let me get the Mountain Soul so that I can be even more tanky and then do a little bit of damage. You'll love to see that. Peanut going to be able to get a little bit of a charge here, as now Sponge could be in trouble. Ballbreaker comes in, stacking up the denting blows quite nicely, but Sponge able to get himself out of there, holds on to the flash. As Viper wanting to try and finish off this turret. Glacial Prison does come down. That auto attack not enough, but the next one is going to connect. The chains go all over the place. So they got what they were looking for here, as Rascal misses everything. Oh, does manage to hit the Q onto Zeka as he throws down the ulti. Zeka gets over the wall. His clone not so lucky, but his clone doesn't matter to grab the cannon. He'll head home. Might even be able to put a new item together as well. We'll see what he does purchase. Dash cannon already done. There's a needlessly large rod there as well, as Zeka diving forward once again. Chain going to go wide. Needs to start hitting a few more of these as the teleport in comes down from Doran. A flank angle, definitely an option, and he's got so much vision power here as well. DRX all kind of stacked up towards his bottom side. As the Q's not quite connecting, he's still in the fog of war. And Puddock trying to get himself into position, and we just need to see some patience from Doran. Right now in the banana brush, but he can move on over. There's the curtain call. That might be the time for Doran to come over as Pleta. He gets flashed over the top of the exhaust, still comes in, but Rascal's dead. Somehow Sponge dies to the lightning rat as well, but this was over before it even really started. Homer will also get themselves soul point.
Beautiful flash.
There it is, 2-item spike now done.
Pleta and Sponge set up a little trap and might have walked into one themselves.
Oh, the arrow is going to connect onto Satab. The dash forward from Zeka, he'll connect the chains, but it is broken immediately by the Valkyrie. Great pulverize is going to come through as Zeka trying to get out of there. Sponge looking to chase him down, and now Rascal flashes in. He finds the Q, puts Peanut in a circle. And Peanut just able to get himself out of there with a Vault Breaker. The curtains are being called. Peanut trying to get into the right position. Cease and assist comes down. Somehow he avoids the curtain calls, and Solar Flare is going to come in. Peanut finally goes down, and Doran is going to be denied here as the inner turret is going to fall. Viper still alive though, trying to keep them interested. And Viper's auto's really starting to hurt. but that was a big one for DRX. Oh, Zaytap going in, don't know about that one. As Sponge, he's pretty low, as is Putter. And Humble, they're still looking for this, still trying to find the angle. A teleport is respawning in 1 second's time. Doran goes boom, but if they bought the time for a triple kill for Zeka, that's the question. As they dash in, Viper's looking for more. They didn't need the LeBlanc. Viper just cleans him up.
Triple kill for Viper, pretty quiet game from him up until this point. And you can sense the looming doom for DRX. They end up...
That's sort of where we're standing right now. There's the teleport in, pretty obvious one. And he has turned up, he's on vision, but now the curtain call! Oh, that was the wrong timing as Zaytap's just gonna blow up like a balloon. Doran's in trouble now as the knockups are decent, as Zeka still just toying with them. Sponge on the wrong side of the fight, and Viper will not let him get away. As DRX with only 3 members left alive and no way of getting towards his Dragon Pit.
Yeah, you have a Aurora, who's also a bursty champion.
Doran is going to press his R button. Arrow connects onto Rascal, and the rest of Hanwha are moving up. Zeka just says goodnight to Rascal, and the cease and desist letter is sent towards Zaytap. He's trying to Valkyrie his way out. Pleta, he has an unbreakable will, but he doesn't have an unbreakable nexus, I don't think. Not in this game, as Sponge is going to get corralled towards his. Puddock also gets towards the inner turret, but he's not helping. Not any way whatsoever. And I think this could be a Baron or whatever else Humble Life Esports decides they want to take.
Yeah, it's really up to them. Kill people in 4 shots. So
a better Jhin.
Yeah, at this point.
Oh goodness, it's not great. Jhin from behind feels pretty terrible. To be perfectly honest, not quite as bad as the lethality variety. But now Sponge looking for an option, and the cannon lasted a lot longer than I expected there. But still, it's a really nice pickoff from DRX. They're now trying to push further forward. The solar flare comes down. Rascal's in trouble. Cease and desist comes in, and Viper just happily shooting everyone. Somehow he lives. That is Mountain Soul difference, baby. Even after the flash forward, he walks his way towards the enemy base.
He's just
audience,
man. Oh, the chip jump.
He's still got the shield back. It's fine.
Okay, he's good. He's good.
It was almost really exciting and interesting, and then it was not.
He is just the tankiest Ashe we have seen.
Yeah, 6-0-13. 19 out of 22 kills he's been a part of.
He could have died there, and they would have still won the game.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't.
He is not going to let that go on to his record. That is for this team. And we're going to have a look at the post-game breakdown. He did the most damage in the game and double that of his Jhin opposition.
I just think when Viper's at his best, it's not just that he's playing AD carry well, it's just he looks untouchable. It looks like skill shots, it's almost comical how far away they are from him because he's